Welcome back to the vlog. So I thought I would film a weekend in my life type of vlog. Hopefully this will be a pretty craftsy, heavy vlog, but I think there are some things that have not gone how I thought they would, so we'll see if we can do both of things that I was thinking of. The kitty is not asleep. This is usually like he sleeps from 9 till 6 p.m. but he's not sleeping anyways. So it's a little bit later now. Yeah, it's almost noon, and I've just, like, these are my slow weekend mornings where I just sit and knit for like 2 hours, have my breakfast, have my coffee, just chill, and then I like get ready for the day. So just taking my shower, and now I have to choose which sweater I'm wearing today. So I've got a Uniqlo underlayer that helps keep me warm, and I think it's around 10 degrees outside. It's 9 degrees outside, so it's quite cold. Obviously in the house it's a little bit warmer, but I've got to decide what am I gonna wear. So these are some of my knits as well as here. This isn't mine. This is a sweater from my boyfriend from Uniqlo actually, but he had a hole in it somewhere. I have to fix it. But anyways, I have to fix that. But I'm leaning towards my Charlie pullover or my porcelain sweater. But because I've just finished this one, I wear it quite a bit, and I think I'll leave it. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow, but I think I'll wear my Charlie pullover. Let me know how you store your knits. Are they like in a special cupboard? Are they like kind of protected, or do you not care? I put them quite high in my cupboard because of my cat, because I don't want him to eat them, because he can eat wool, but that way I can actually see them, which is really nice, because previously they were in like a drawer and it just wasn't very practical to get them because the drawer was also really small, whereas with this I feel like I can see them much better. Let's go downstairs. The goals for this weekend are, I would like to finish my Agnete cardigan. I'm on the ribbing. Very exciting. I am filming a separate project vlog for that though, so I don't know how much I'll share with you here, but that's one of the plans. Then, still knitting wise, I'm working, these are so cute. I'm working on my first pair of colorwork mittens. Look, I'm obsessed. So I want to work on these. I would like to reach at least like the where you separate for the thumb, because it's quite, quite soon, but also this is gonna work on tiny needles, so it takes a while. If you want to know which yarn and stuff I'm using, everything will be in the description down below, or probably in my previous podcasts. And I would also like to work on my Esther sweater, which I didn't bring down with me. So that's like big knitting plans. We'll see how much we get done in 2 days. And then I had 2 other big plans, one of which was I wanted to swatch for my Christmas sweater. Very exciting, but I still haven't got the yarn. I thought I would get it today, but I don't think it's coming, so... And I'll be filming a project vlog for that anyway, so you'll see that whenever that comes out. The other thing was I really wanted to try dyeing yarn, and I've got a kit that I talked about in my last podcast to do that with. But I read the kit last night, and I actually kind of need to know the temperature of the water to make sure it's not like over boiling. I mean, you can't really overboil, but like it's not too hot or too cold. And I have one of those, but that's for like cooking. I'm not going to use that for yarn dyeing, so I need to buy one. And Amazon Prime exists, but it takes a few more than just 1 day to get here. And so we're going to try to go to the local grocery store, and hopefully they have one that I can buy, even if it's like a cheap one. If they do, we can do that tonight. Tomorrow we can prep for that. If not, that'll be for another vlog, because yeah, I really don't want to mess it up if I, like, just because I'm missing one thing. So we'll see. But I think now I'm gonna work a little bit on the Kitten Cash Mittens. That's what that pattern is by Florence Miller. So I really want to get a little bit of work on that. Okay, here's the progress on mittens. You can really start to see the charts. And here's the thumb. So I thought I would talk a little bit about working this up. These are my first pair of colourwork mittens, but they're not my first colourwork project. I've done a pair of colourwork socks with 3 colours, so that was pretty big in terms of colourwork project. And then I recently finished the porcelain sweater, which I've mentioned previously. This is just 2 colours, so that's great, but I learned how to do a Latvian braid, which is what this is, which is really nice. The designer Florence Miller has a tutorial on her YouTube that I think is like a free tutorial. I don't think you have to purchase this pattern to get the link to that tutorial, but it's really easy to do. And then this is like corrugated rib, I think that's what it's called, I always forget. And when I first started this pair of mittens, I misread the pattern. I just alternated 2 colors. So I did 2 knit stitches in the Bordeaux and, well, the burgundy, and 2 knit stitches in the cream. And then I did like maybe 6 rounds, and then I realized I was supposed to do 2x2 ribbing basically. So I frogged and started over, and now I'm on the mitten itself, and I really love how it's going. I did make a small mistake, but that's like really at the beginning, so you can't really see, so I didn't bother to frog. But basically here for the thumb, I did my first increase on the rope before I was supposed to do it, and so I just went with it. So you can see probably here I'm supposed to have the white knit stitch, or like have 3 rows instead of 2 basically. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's looking really good. I'm so excited to get to the cut face, and I didn't realize, but I'm like wearing basically cream and Bordeaux and burgundy. What am I saying? Which is basically what this is. And my cat, who's asleep in the chair, in the green chair here, is a white cat, and that's why I'm making it in this color. Like the cat face is gonna be white, and basically when I picked it up earlier, we were basically recreating these. Anyways, so I'm really excited. But I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna make lunch. I'm about to bind off on the second sleeve of the Agnete cardigan, and I can't believe it. I just can't believe that this is going to be a finished object today. So I'm gonna bind off, and then I'll add the buttons, and then it's off to blocking. Okay, so I've got the curry that's almost ready. My partner made the rice in the rice cooker because I still don't know how to use that. I really want to make bread. I've made bread a while ago and I need to use this actually. I do it in the Dutch oven. Now I don't have any sourdough. My partner and my roommates are trying to make sourdough, but it's not going well. So if you have any tips actually for that, I would love to know in the comments. But I'm not making sourdough bread, I'm just gonna make regular bread, but in the Dutch oven. And one of my colleagues gave me his recipe, so I'm gonna do that. I've got to prep it tonight so that the dough can rise, and then tomorrow we'll cook it. So let's do that. Good morning. As you saw, I started the bread again, so it's now resting for about 2 hours. So in the meantime, I wanted to, drink my coffee quietly, still not quite awake. So I knitted on my kitten catch mittens, yes. And I've just separated for the thumb, which you can see. So I thought we could try it on before I add the stitches back for the rest of the hand. And obviously it's not gonna look like much, but and this is the bottom of the cat's face. Looks so good. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So pretty, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna finish this round and then we are going to start dyeing some yarn, which I kind of prepped last night, which I didn't film. I didn't film last night because I ended up watching a movie with my partner, so I didn't really want to film that. But I also worked on my Esther sweater. But we'll talk about that this afternoon, because this afternoon is when I'm gonna work on it. Or even after yarn dyeing. We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this and then let's go dye some yarn. Exciting. Okay, so we're going to start dyeing some yarn. I have this kit which I showed before. So I have 3 minis or like 50 gram skeins undyed. Obviously this is 100% merino wool. And then I've got 3 different, and these are just 2, but I've got 3 different colors that I can make. One of which I needed to prep last night. And then I've also got something which I'm not sure what that's called in English, because this is a French kit, like a kit in French. So I'm gonna say some words in French, but I'm gonna put them in English on the screen. So apologies about that because I just don't know what that's called. But this is mordant, which is used so that some of those things that we're gonna use, which I suppose are like plant things, something that helps them stick to the wool, if I'm understanding correctly. So this is what mordant does, which I need to use for the Racines de Garance. And I also have, this is supposed to be curcuma, but it's not actually that because I'm guessing she didn't have it, so it's Racines de Rhubarbe, so I guess rhubarb roots. And this, because this isn't quite curcumin, it needs to be mordancy. I don't know the terms in English. So I'm thinking I might only get around to dyeing 1 or 2 colors today because, you know, it takes time. You need to like wait an hour and then wait another hour and stuff. So I prepped for the Graine de Roku, which apparently makes like a yellow color. And I also kind of want to do the red, which is the Racines de Garance. We will leave the rhubarb roots for another time, I think. And also, I've got this mordant, right, which I need for 2 of them. And I don't know, this doesn't mention like amount, so I don't know if this is for just one of them or for both. Not sure. So we'll see when I open this up. Let's do this. Okay, so I actually realized I needed to do the one I prepped last night first because it had to soak for a whole night. But I need to transfer the whole thing into my pot and I only have one of those. So I'm starting with this one because I also needed what I used to soak this in for the whole night to wash, I guess, or prep the wool. So I need to basically kind of cook or boil this water, but only up to 90 degrees for an hour, and then I can prep the wool. So we'll do that first. It lacks a little bit of salt, but otherwise, I mean, I think it's an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. I have a feeling that it's gonna disappear in like one day. But you know, that's good. Good news. Okay, my concoction is ready. So I need to filter the plants. Still haven't looked up what that is in English. But I have to filter the plants so that I only have the dye bath. And then I can get to dyeing the yarn. As you've seen, I've already like prepared the yarn itself. So I've prepared both skeins, even though I'm only going to do one for now. We'll see. I'll try to do the other one this afternoon as well, but this takes a while. Okay, I don't have any cloth that I'm supposed to have, so this is how we're doing it, guys. Looks so good. It's quite oversized, but I love the color. This outside to cool down on its own, and now I'm gonna do the second one, which I need to mordant. I think that's the word. So that's what I prepped this morning, and then I can do this one in the other seats. So let's go. Hi folks, it's actually a few days later, but I really wanted to show you the finished result of the yarn dyeing process. They look so good. Okay, this one turned out about how I expected. This one didn't. I really expected a deeper red. I'll put up a picture of what she told me to expect, but I messed up because of how I did it. I think I didn't put the seeds long enough in the hot water, and so obviously the dye bath just wasn't dark enough. But I think, I mean, I really love the color anyway, and I think they pair really well together. I think they're really cute. So really excited to make the third one, because I've got a third skein to dye. So that will be later. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'll include a preview of what the Agnete cardigan ended up looking like, because it's also dry and I've also worn it and it's amazing. And I feel like you know, I should reward you guys for watching this vlog until the end if you're still here with that sneak peek. But if you want more details about it, it'll be, you know, I'll talk about it in detail in my next podcast, which will be out next week, as well as in the Agnete Cardigan product vlog, which will be out the week after that. So if you're excited about that, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, and yeah, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!